Phela Melusi. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Mrs. M Bushlimbogana here. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Busha here, Mrs. M here, Bulego here. Today I have Dimpo Mashile on the Bugani couch. I have invited Dimpo Mashile, my friend, my sister, my gang. Guys. What's the HTS? Yeah, we going to have a sisterhood chat. We are collaborating this video on Valentine's because it's not only about our relationships, guys. We also have friendships. We also have sisters. And sisterhood. So yeah, guys, just welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell them about how we met.
Okay.
Yeah, so like our origin story. Our friendship is how old now?
What was it? 12? Was it 12 years? Wow,
yeah.
What was that? 2012.
No. Yeah, so it's 12 years. I had just got into a new school. I got to figure techniques.
Grade 10.
Yeah, it was a weird time to transfer into a new school, but I did. And I met B. You would think Uti by then people are gonna be like, "Hi, we already have our tight friendship groups and no new friends, whatever." But this like really nice girl welcomed me.
Yes.
She was super nice. We were the only two girls in
mechanics.
Yeah, mechanical technology.
Guys, I did mechanics. I was she can also change the tire.
Yep. I mean, there were times just like, come on, we know
just do this.
The engine, you know things a little bit about the engine.
Not a little bit. That was my part to engine, guys.
Nothing but that's just and then yeah, so we were the only two girls there, and so she shared a desk. The whole day class would be boring. Like I'd have a bunch of other different classes. Like every day I was looking forward to double period mechanical technology. No. Yeah, and that's basically how we met. We were together in high school for 2 years until matric.
Yes.
And then Umuyu went to like different schools.
She went to Cape Town, guys. I did.
But we was always there. Like every holiday when we come back, we're doing something. Yeah, and so that's pretty much our friendship over the last 12 years.
Yes. A very good one, a very healthy one.
Yes.
My friendships, they don't need to be toxic.
Yeah.
Healthy friendships.
And I think for us, the thing that I can say is our friendship equally nati.
Yes.
Yeah, because we started as young girls who would see each other. Our friendship was maintained by the fact that we share a desk
in school.
And then abanye obviously with time nati honestly but because of space and time
different locations, but we never lost any contact, and no one was toxic.
I want to say that's B though. That was like B is so good at that thing, like in terms of like keeping in
communication.
Communication. The guy showed you 3 months so I need to know
communication is key, guys. In every relationship, since we're talking about relationships, like communication is key. I think I'm struggling now the past few weeks with communication, but
okay.
But it's just adjusting to a new life. But
so that's pretty much how we started.
I think
but it makes you free as umuntu, right? It's not. I mean, if I compare to myself, I know I'm not like, I'm the opposite. Like, I mean, I'm a person who, I remember when I was grieving, I literally shut everyone out. And Umuhle was just like, why? How are you outside my house? And he was like, yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I think
I need someone like that because
I think I talk a lot. I cry. I can cry for years.
Girl.
Like in your business, I mean, as a stop, I can cry. I think, but after maybe let's say fila somehow manje and I cry for about 20 minutes. After I feel like a weight is lifted off my shoulder, then I just talk. I just talk to anyone. I remember when I lost a child, like no matter like being very like just in Kulu so I'm not feeling fine. Like I'm just open, and that helps me grieve. And I think after talking or that crying, I feel a bit better. So
and I like learn to show. I think it makes you. It's like we such that you are available for other people. Do you know what I mean? Because if you're always carrying your own way, I see it with myself, like because I was like so locked up in my own thing, I forgot to see everybody else around me. Just
it's not only you.
Yeah. So I think that characteristic that you have, it allows you because to be like, no, I'm fine, we can talk about it, and then you're able to take
I think talking does help. I think also another thing, if I kuluma maybe with a friend, a mother, a sister, I think I still believe kakulu psychologist. I'm a big believer. I always recommend that to people because lapho vele ukhulu vele ube ihlanya nje mina shame I think makavula ifile yami ngingabona ukuthi I'm really crazy because I just talk, I just lash out, I just but ukukhuluma nomuntu futhi ungamjwayelanga kakhulu, it helps. Fana nokuthi ungene etekisini ne and just sit next to someone and just start lashing out. After that ride, you're going to feel a lot better. Like I used to do that mina because I'm such a little bit. I'm going to taxi. I just lash out. I'm 17. After that, but talking does help. And another thing, having a good supportive structure. Having a good supportive structure is really important. I don't want to lie. Like check on each other. Like you
I don't like that. Yeah, but you didn't care. Damn. You're literally like, yeah, I'm outside. Mr. Emu I'm just like, why are you here? And I remember like there was a time when I went months and I was like, they were like, at least because I was not coping, but I'm not the kind of person who knows how to say like, yo,
I need help.
Yeah, or I'm going through stuff. I think even now still it's hard. One of the things that I've become like very aware of is so they think the wound that you carry is gone. Like hey man, so right, and like I'm never really going to be
okay.
Yes, there's no space, there's no corner for the rest of my life. But
because whenever you go home, I can take during the day and you go back to your own space, or during that weekend or week, maybe with family or friends, immediately you go back into your own space, whether it's a room, whether it's a flat, whether it's a house. If you are going through something, it just kicks in. It just kicks in. And I think anything, even now when I'm alone, I think in cool. But then I would just do video calls, or I would just do. I think that's another thing. Whenever you're feeling down, you need to find something that will boost you. Retail therapy. I love shopping. So when I
think for me it's like I need creative outlets. I found like I conceptualize stuff, I write, isn't this like putting myself
buying art.
I do like doing that, but it helps. I think it's almost like the energy and I need to transform it to something else, and that's why I'm saying it must become.
I think we really need, besides shopping, having a cup of coffee. Lately, like plants. Okay, now in the green man and today I bought these artificial green plants. Like I just feel happy. So besides that, maybe you can have a little garden. I think you just need to find something on your spending, but Mouthfiller down, water your plants. I mean, I also believe in hot beverages. As you guys know, I'm a hot
beverages, really.
I'm a hot beverage girl. So anything, this other lady said every time I got a headache, she goes and I wanna like pants, and she just lies down and I relax umzimba wakhe for about five minutes. Uthi after that she feels a whole lot better, or after a long day, or when she's just going through something, she just lies down for about 4 to 5 minutes. Uthi after she feels better. So I think when there's no one, you must just find just one thing on my end for 10 minutes that will just clear your mind. Maybe my 2000 they can say they're going to watch TikTok for a few minutes and something that will just boost your energy. Yeah.
I think like we've sort of touched on, because in this Lois's Kuluma like lent itself to that, right? But like we've spoken about the different ways in which we were grieving. How did you show up for yourself? Because I'm sure like when you're grieving, there's also just like, you're not the only person who's lost. There's, your relatives, your mom, your dad, and whatever. How do you say, this is something that I'm doing for myself during this time, like my self-care or my showing up for myself or showing myself love during that time?
I think it goes back to shopping. Shopping helps. Shopping helps me, and like you see that year I was doing my matric. I wanted to pass, like showing up for myself would be like passing my grades. It depends on what I'm doing at that specific moment. If maybe I'm looking for a job, or if maybe I'm in varsity, like 2019 when I lost a child, I wanted to find myself a better job. It's all about season. If someone would pass away now, I can find in 2012 when I wanted. So showing up for myself 2012 was passing my matric, because I knew my sister would want me to pass, would want me to excel, looking good.
I still have those pictures.
Okay. So just looking good, retail therapy, and for that year what I was doing just to excel. That was just showing up for myself. And you, what are you doing to show up for yourself
right now? I think I'm there are things that I've learned about myself since like my sister's passing, right? And one of them was that a people pleaser. I wasn't aware and one of the things that I really did for myself, I won't say without guilt, they call me guilt, but I constantly had to say, no, I'm prioritizing myself right now, is giving myself permission to deal with my own grief without concerning myself with there are friends like you who would say, when I didn't answer the phone, and maybe because you're close, you're just like, I know her and I know what she's going through, so I'll just show up instead. Whereas abanye, I'm just like, I can't come to the phone right now. I see your message, thank you, but I cannot answer. I don't have the capacity to do that. So like for me, that taking care of myself was a lot of what I used to think was selfish, but I now realize and so for me it was a lot of I also made like decisions about going to social things. There's a lot of things, family, friend stuff, and to be very honest, I could not. I don't feel bad about it. I could not.
Access not going to attend something, but your spirit is not there.
So I think for me, showing up for myself, at least in this instance or experience, was
you're selfish now.
Yeah, I'm corny. There were many instances where I could have just been like, just suck it up, or just, and I understood the way being sensitive. I mean, I still am, but I think I'm better now. Any small thing would trigger me. There's no way I'm gonna go to a wedding and watch you get ready with your sister, knowing I'm never gonna have that. Like there's just things that for me were like
my triggers.
Yeah, yes. I can't be there right now for you. And it doesn't mean I celebrate. Yeah.
And yesterday I went to a baby shower. Okay, not in a bad way. I'm happy for that person, but it was a trigger for me. Kabanga, it's been years, but it was really a trigger.
Yeah.
It was my first time attending a baby shower since. So it was just
Yeah. Donkey. So speaking of things that we love, we have on these gorgeous, very comfortable. Also, you guys, they feel so nice against the skin.
Nice and rich.
Yes, luxe, and as you can see,
Nama feathers.
Extra.
It's Bulego.
Yes. So tell us about
Bulego clothing. Oh, Bulego clothing. My firstborn baby. That I birthed, guys. I love Bulego clothing. The vision. Okay, it was my first career choice. Then I didn't do it, but it was just a passion. I can say it's a gift from God, cause really, like impahla, I don't know what they do to me, but they just trigger something. The vision, the first vision, Bulego clothing was African fabric. Like I was like, Bulego, we're not going to do anything else except African fabric, because I felt like the African fabric, it's not exposed, I don't know if that's the word, enough in the world. So I just wanted to showcase different designs through that fabric. Then I think I did few items. Then I had a person who ordered, but it wasn't a African fabric, it was just like a normal, it was like a nice shirt. So she wanted different material. Then I was like, let me just say it's tailor-made clothes. But if vision, it's African fabric. Even now, these days, as I'm studying, there's a subject called textiles. So where we're going to deal with fabric. So that love has ignited that love again. So it's just my baby. It's a clothing brand. We're still growing, but it's tailor-made clothes, and I would love to continue with vision, African, even other patterns that I've created, because I wanna create my own patterns where I can make material, then we make the clothes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the vision.
I want to share a story about, this is before Bulego, right? Going back to Technis. At our desk, we had like a teeny tiny desk.
Yes,
teeny tiny desk. It was the Skuman's class shop. It was the Skuman. But I think for me, when you shared the vision about Bulego, that you're delving into this, even whilst within another career, I remembered our conversations about your mother. And how you grew up with Umako being a tailor-made woman. Like, Bush's mom does not buy at the store.
She was ordering from
Yes. She doesn't buy she doesn't buy at the store. And so for me, when you shared the vision of Bulego, it was almost like this beautiful connection between you and your mother. Yes. Something that
my
you
mother's
grew.
stylish.
Yeah, she's very stylish. And so it was such a beautiful thing for me to be like, land, or it's not just something that's like out of nowhere. It's growing up, you're always like, oh mama, and your mom does the same thing in the sense that, like, you'd always say like, oh mama's working, she's got this, and very exclusive things that only she has. She does really nice things. And so for me, when you shared that vision and how you want to continue, I was like, of course it makes sense, there's nothing else. And to see you now 12 and counting years later, and remember that 16-year-old girl, it's such a beautiful thing to be like, it's not from nowhere, it's
and
there it is.
I also love vintage. I would also love to tap into the vintage scene, because your guys I would also, but since I didn't even know there's something called textiles. Like, I didn't know. But ever since last week, I want to create my own patterns, my own material. Enough about me. What's your baby?
So for the last, I want to say for the last 20 years. 2018.
We have grown. I'm even afraid to say my age, but
I'm not. But like, we're not.
But says he's over the calendar in the next years. Okay.
So yeah, so from 2020 is when we started, and we being my late sister and I, we started with skincare product, right? And when I say started, that's when we went into research and development, like the science process behind it of figuring out and mixing ingredients with chemists, cosmetic scientists, who know what they're doing. But in all honesty, if I look back at our story, I think it starts as early as maybe she might have been between 6 and me 9. My sister and I were always like playing around in the garden. My sister's allergic, or was allergic to plants in their most natural form. So she was one of those people who, if she plays in the garden for too long, she comes back with a rash and whatnot. But we were always very interested in plants, always playing around. Now I realize that the things we're playing around with are like your bulb beans, which are actually really great natural products that are now used in skincare. But now it's like and it goes back to this thing that I say, Wuti. A friend of mine always says to me, the things we think we are interested in, almost like a stepping stone,
like
first,
a process,
figure
step
out
one,
this,
step
figure out
two,
that,
yes.
And so for us at that age, playing in the garden, we weren't realizing the things we are playing with, we are going to use 20 years later. And then when my sister was in her teens and early 20s, she struggled a lot with her skincare, or her skin rather. She had a lot of acne, and we tried everything. So like medical grade stuff, we tried clinical stuff, we tried like sort of high-end luxury stuff. I tried because I was very pro natural stuff, but again it was very much in its raw sort of state, and now it was very harsh because she also has sensitive skin and eczema prone skin. So
like my hubby's skin, sorry to say him, but he also has.
So you need the science as well. You can't just be like, oh, this product is amazing on its own. We really believe in that intersection of the science and the natural products. And we started with a content platform, a beauty content platform, because beauty was never just it's always been within your surrounding. What are you saying? What are you stating? I think there's economics behind beauty.
Yes.
Black women are the largest consumers of beauty, but for a very long time we didn't own it. And it's how
we buy,
but we don't own it. The social aspect of it. One of our projects was the Color Correct Lab is Kulma Noma. Another one's Kulma Nokoko, just talking about our different beauty stories. What was beautiful in the 80s, 90s, and now. Things like colorism. Our mother's slightly darker in tone, and she would often say to us, when she was younger with us, are these your children, right? And these are things that like we want to sometimes overlook. And it's like you can't want the pretty parts of the beauty without the painful parts. So we had the content platform Sayega now because I think we struggled. We didn't have a team, so we weren't consistent. And then eventually we landed on product. We're really proud of what we've created. I would hope my sister, I believe my sister she's proud. I mean, anything that's going to come out now, she was a part of until the very last day.
So what do you guys have?
So we have 4 products: a cleanser, a toner.
I don't know a cleanser.
What
does a cleanser do? What does a toner do?
Cleanser is just to wash your face.
So
right?
maybe you had makeup, so a cleanser you just wash your
so
face.
What I would recommend is if we don't have an oil cleanser, we just have like a normal water-based sort of cleanser. So if you have makeup, I don't use oil, makeup. Other people also use summer wipes. I'm not a fan of wipes, so the oil to just get the makeup off and then wash your so make sure you clean. Please always wash your neck and like up to your chest. Whatever you do to your face, do to your neck.
Even with makeup, nah?
Yes.
So that it doesn't become.
Yeah, and again, when the skincare side.
I use that, guys. Now I was with you, I understand. I'm not going to use that. Okay,
it's probably another part of like beauty politics. And then, so then we have the toner. So the toner is basically for pH balance. You balance the pH of your skin after the wash.
Okay, it's one as I always ask myself, Guti,
It's not 100% necessity.
Ingenani.
Yeah, I will say it's not 100% necessity. It's preference.
Bese ifakwa ngani
Yeah, I was
cotton.
cotton. Yeah, so you dump in a cotton pad and then you just like
do
wipe.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we have a serum. So our first line was targeted at addressing things like dark marks, usually from pimples or like what is known as post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation after you've had pimples. So then we have a serum, which is a targeted treatment. You can use it morning and evening. And then the last thing is a moisturizer. I'm a huge fan of our moisturizer. I love our moisturizer and our serum. Actually, I love everything, but like my favorites is definitely like the moisturizer and the serum. The moisturizer is really great because in our active ingredients asizago with the brightening of the skin, but it's also like it's a beautiful texture. No makeup yes. And if we want to makeup, it's also a very beautiful. I replace the primer, but it also smooths the skin really nice for just before you put on makeup. So yeah.
Now you have the four
products.
Are you planning on having more?
Absolutely. So the first line, we focused on Impepo as our core herb.
Okay.
And this is because it's got incredible healing properties. It's really good for healing skin, and so we thought it would be perfect for this.
So it's in
all of the products. And then our next line, we will be focusing on another herb, which we'll talk about closer to the time of the launch. But yeah,
so if our guys in Mamba Funa products, guys, please support it. How do we get hold of you?
So
how can we order?
You can follow the Instagram page. Khopelo.africa is the Instagram. And then we will be having a website launch soon and social media stores, if I can call them that, shops. So like a Facebook shop, Instagram shop where people can get it. Yeah.
Thank you, D. Guys, we are closing off. I would like to thank my friend for coming. Mina, I didn't know that we have different skin types. So guys, if you need anything in skin, Mina, it's only fashion, impahla, the skin girl. Also follow her personal page. It's Dimpo, ne?
Yeah,
Dimpo Mashile.
Dimpo.mashile.
Yeah, Dimpo.mashile. Thank you for coming. Awesome, man. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed to see this content, please tell them to subscribe.
I feel like I tell them all the time. I told them in the other video that guys, please like, share, subscribe.
Thank you for watching, guys. Until next time.